This is Paul and Marty Short. Look at that young Martin Short there.
Yeah. Young all of us.
And so these, because the National Lampoon Hour is really how you kind of got into the mix.
I'm like Zelig. I'm in all these pictures.
I know.
I don't have no idea why.
You really are Zelig. I mean, you were present.
Yes.
At the creation.
Yes.
Of Spinal Tap.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because you worked on a pilot for a sketch show called the TV Show in 1979 for ABC. Did not get picked up, but this was where it didn't. I hate to break it to you.
Fuck! I'm gonna stop hanging by the phone now.
This was Rob Reiner running things, right?
Rob Reiner directed. Chris Guest, me, Harry Shearer,
Billy
Mike
Crystal,
McKean. Oh God, I forget who else was in it. And they did the first time they put together this thing called Spinal Tap as one of the sketches in the show. And I'm in that sketch in a gorilla mask and a judge's gowl. It's like we're making one of those terrible videos, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But did you contribute to this direction, to the creation at all?
Well, they wrote the songs, and no, not really. Not really. Just laughed and said, "Yeah."
Yeah. That's funny. But
coming from me, it means something.
You need a sounding board.
It's like writing.
Yeah. Well, let's get to it because you did contribute to Seinfeld in a very great way. You wrote a couple episodes of the show. You wrote the cafe episode and the suicide.
Yeah, but I wrote on all of them.
So first of all, how does that work? You get sole credit for a couple of them?
Well, you originate a script, and everybody kind of pitches in on the story. Then you go write it, and if it's your idea and you write most of it, that's one that'll say Tom Leopold, written by Tom Leopold.
Right.
But on every episode, you'll see co-producer or which is just a way the Writers Guild got so they didn't have to pay people. It used to be just writers, and then 20 Jews.
Yeah.
Like Schindler's List. A lot of Nazi stuff tonight. Hey.
There always is with me.
Yeah.
So you were there for the creation of Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
And then there was Newman because in the suicide episode.
Right. Newman came in to audition for me and Larry and Jerry, is it?
Yeah.
And
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey A. And it was great, you know.
But your script had you wrote in this character of the neighbor antagonizing Jerry.
Yeah, of course, just like Kramer, Larry knew a Newman in the same building that Kramer lived in. And Larry lived in. Like, I remember going up to Larry's apartment way before Seinfeld and seeing this guy Newman who kept coming in and out. Up on 42nd Street at one of those buildings. What am I asking you? Are you in the business? Then let's keep it down.
Who brought him in?
All right. Just kidding.
I want to know how much of Newman was what you put on the page and how much was just Wayne Knight being Wayne Knight.
Well, when he came in and read the lines that I wrote, the lines I wrote became more like I wrote to his reading of it.
Yeah.
So it really changed. But I mean, by the time we had the first read through, because his reading was so funny, Larry and the gang said, "Oh, I want to see that actor say this thing or something." So that happens a lot. An actor come in and make you look like a genius, you know, because they're so funny.
Was Hello Newman? Was that you? Can we credit that to you?
I think it probably was Larry. I don't ever write hello. I'm not allowed to use hello because I used it a lot in the business.
Your first draft was Hey Newman, and it didn't. Larry.
And for some reason it didn't sell, but when it was Hello Newman, it was.
It was a big hit. I mean, that's become part of the culture. The whole
has it?
The whole exchange. I think so.
But I also wrote "You Were a Bad Man, Jerry."
Yeah. The cafe.
That was. And like a lot of thank you. Like a lot of the good stories on there, we would just go, well, what happened to you this weekend? Rather than writing, you know, a sitcom story based on a sitcom story based on a sitcom story, we'd always say, well, what did you do? What your kids are up to, or what you know, where did you eat, or whatever. And there was a little. Do you remember the show where there's a little restaurant across from Jerry's, and nobody goes in, and Jerry is just absolutely fascinated about it because he knows he can't go in. Because if he goes in, he'll always have to go in because nobody else is going in, right? So this is exactly what I was going through with my wife way before Seinfeld. And it was a place called the Dream Cafe. Am I going too long?
No, this is perfect. We'll wrap up on this. So give it a nice tight finish here.
Why hurt me? Anyway, it was like that. And the real place was, he was a Vietnamese guy. And it was it was the tiniest restaurant, but he had like Chinese food, Lithuanian food, you know, 4 tables, and he had food from all nations. And at night he would put the tables out in front, light the candles, and he would button his short sleeve mattress shirt up to the top. and that was his after six wear. And then he'd put candles on, and nobody ever came.
Sad, but it turned into gold, comedy gold.
I made money from it, which is all that really matters.
And then you bought the restaurant.
Right.